It started, okay? Don't worry, I can edit it. Okay. Let's get the invite link ready. Okay, everyone, just let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey. All right, we're just gonna do a quick sound test and then we can go right into the video, all right?
Cool.
All right.
Hi.
Hey, Rez, just make sure we can hear you.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Kiro, say hi.
Yo.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, guys, let's begin then. Well, to whoever's going to be listening, welcome to the first edition of Inspired Talks. Today, we're going to be covering one of the most hit anime of the year, I would say, Jujutsu Kaisen. So we'll be reviewing it, giving you guys our thoughts, and also just in general chatting about it, tell you what we like about it, and reviewing the series in general. Just going to let you know in advance that there will probably be spoilers in this since we are going to discuss our favorite scenes. So it's just a spoiler warning right at the beginning. So guys, before I kind of introduce the series a bit, would anyone like to add anything before I continue?
Whee!
Anime is full of a lot of plot, there's not much explanation on the powers of the bird.
Akiro, I can't hear you on my audio.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yes, start again.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was saying was the anime as a whole, it has a lot of plot, a lot of fight scenes, but the only downfall to it is that if they are anime fans which only care or care more about power scaling and backstory of powers in the verse, there's not many information.
Forgetting about the animation.
Plus the animation, that shit's epic.
All right. Well, let me give a bit of a rundown on the series. So Jujutsu Kaisen, I think, started as a manga back in 2017. So it's actually relatively new as a series. Despite that, in 2020, in the fall season of 2020 anime, it actually obviously got an anime adaptation. It's been slated for 24 episodes, which already is a good sign that it's going to be successful in the long run. Right now, there's 17 episodes out for the sub, 11 for the dub. The work itself is produced by MAPPA Studios, and it's already got a ranking of 102 on my anime list, and it's got a 8.51 rating by over 203k users on my anime list as well. So it's basically vastly popular already. Everyone here has watched a bit of Jujutsu Kaisen. I think some people have watched sub, some people have watched dub, some people have watched both. So yeah, guys, I guess everyone can kind of just share their opening thoughts. Maybe what was your first impressions of Jujutsu Kaisen when you watched it? Whoever wants to go first can go first.
Well,
Okay, go on.
you wanna go?
No, that's fine. You go. Go on.
No. Before I just like to say, Mappa Studios, they did a great job with the animation. Like you can see the passion and all that time and what they put into it. So yeah, I just like to say that foremost before I go into anything. But yeah, Mahi, you can go ahead, man.
All right. So how I found out about Jujutsu Kaisen was through Discord. I just saw people typing Jujutsu Kaisen, and I was thinking, what is Jujutsu Kaisen? So I kept looking around. Then I decided to watch the anime, the first few episodes. There was like, I think 3 episodes before I started watching it. And then first what got me hooked on was the characters and the animation. Like, wow, the animation was awesome.
How would
I
you
know, I
say?
keep saying-
I've been
Sorry.
watching it. Yeah.
How would you say the animation compares to other shonen or other anime in the same season? Or
I don't know
anything
about
that's recent?
anime in the same season because when it comes to anime, I don't even know if it's in season or whatnot. I just watch it.
Yeah.
But it was one of the top. I guess I'd say it was the top because through the anime that I watched, it was basically top notch from get-go.
All right.
And then the fight scenes and all of that other stuff, plot and everything. Oh, that just got me hooked onto that anime.
Anyway, who wants to go next?
Well, whoever goes next, just make sure that your voice is near to your microphone so we get a bit of clear audio, because you were clear for the most part, but some of it was a bit echoey. So just stay close to your phone mics, all right, guys?
Yeah, cool.
Rai, would you like to go next? Since you and Mahi were gonna go first, you might as well go next, Rai.
Yeah. So what actually came to mind for me in regards to the animation, definitely it reminds me of a combination, and it reminds me of the same quality of, season 1 of One Punch Man and a bit of My Hero Academia. So yeah, I gotta say again, the animation is very stellar, and I love the art style. You can definitely see in the art style it's inspired from a lot of different shonen styles. So I like that. But at the same time, it also has its own vibe. So that's also another appreciation point right there.
So
As for me, yeah, Mai.
yeah, sorry. So would you say that it's basically the animation is very clean and crisp?
Yeah, and I love the sharp details too as well.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think Mappa, they made season 4 of Attack on Titan.
Okay.
too.
I'm still
That's
waiting to
probably
watch
right.
that.
Oh yeah, that's true. It definitely has that sharp style that Attack on Titan has as well.
Wasn't Attack on Titan finished or something like that?
This is the
Nah,
final season thing.
when they're older, version.
Oh,
Manga's finished, I think.
yeah.
I have no idea.
That's what
I
I
don't
heard.
keep up to date with that show. But yeah, I think Mappa might have also
Yeah,
done
about four.
Dorohedoro, but that's kind of more of a 3D style, I think. But yeah, I think Mappa might have done that as well. But yeah, I think they did an amazing job with it. Right, is there anything else you want to say about Jujutsu Kaisen first impressions before we continue?
Yeah, definitely for me, the first impressions, it had, for me, it definitely had to be the standout Yuji Itadori. With you can see like he's got this type of simplicity yet truth to his character. Like he wears his self on a sleeve. Like he's not has he got anything to hide? And in a lot of ways, he can relate to the audience and I guess the inner aspect of people in general, or like you could say the soul aspect beyond any ego or persona traits. So yeah, that definitely stood out to me. The protagonist is in a tier or league of his own. That definitely stood out to me straight away. And as for how I found out about Jujutsu Kaisen, I knew about it for a while now, since it was a manga, so as did Mai at the time. So I'm really happy that it got animated. is well deserved, and it's a truly passionate series. You can see all the work that's been put into it. So I'd recommend it to anyone and everyone who loves anime, manga, and all that area in general. Just take your time. Every episode is a great watch, and you can't wait until the next one.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't know about it before it got animated.
That's like a lot of things, man. Like it's so low key. Like for example, Kengan, Ashura, Baki, all of this stuff are like low key, innit?
And they're still big hits.
Yeah, but I know. And then luckily, they got picked up by studios, innit? And it's great for all of us.
Well, guys, what I would say is definitely stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen, and I think even Demon Slayer only became really big hits with global audiences when it became animated. I think that makes it more accessible for people, and generally just I guess more consumable, because people don't want, like, they don't want to, or they don't like to read. Like, it's more time consuming than watching something. When you're watching, you can basically just completely zone out and you can view whatever you're watching. So I think it's accessibility as well. I feel like once something gets an anime, it's more desirable and it's more likely to basically gain a following than if it's a manga.
Yeah.
Going back to popularity. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going back to popularity, Jujutsu Kaisen got very famous from episode 2 when Sukuna, also known as the King of Curses, comes out and fights Satoru Gojo.
That's
There's a scene where him and Gojo are fighting. That scene in particular, like, hyped it so much, hyped the series as a whole. And like that was the start of how it became famous.
Yeah, that was a badass scene.
So essentially it became famous because of like a viral scene.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, just another heads up, guys. If like you're echoing or anything, just try and put yourself closer to your mic. I think Rai and Akira echoed a little bit, so did Mahi. So when you guys talk, just try to be closest to your mic as possible so you don't echo, so the viewers can hear you properly, all right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, everyone shared a little bit of what they think so far. I mean, Rez, what do you like about Jujutsu Kaisen? Do you have a favorite character? Or like, how would you compare it to other mainstream anime that you've watched?
Let's see.
You're a little quiet.
Agree. Yeah, I would agree. Jujutsu Kaisen is like probably one of my best, one of the best animes I've watched. For example, no, but yeah, it's one of the best animes I've watched since like I didn't. No one told me about it. I was just scrolling through like the anime local website, like 9 anime, and I was just scrolling through to see what animes I should watch. Then I saw Jujutsu Kaisen, and I got interested by, like, I got drew into the image of the whole anime, and I was thinking maybe I should try and see what this is about. So me being me, not being bothered to read the description of the anime. I just started watching the anime. So like I got as Akira said, the second episode where the main character as the demon thing fights Yuji.
No. Yuji fights Golden.
Yeah, Yuji fights Gojo. As Akira said on episode 2, that fight was like, that's the fight that really got me into wanting to watch more. But as I progressed into watching it more, it got more and more interesting.
Yeah.
And here I thought I was the one who told you about it.
But you didn't.
Well, me and Rai, obviously we knew about it when it was a manga, but person who basically convinced us to watch the anime was Akiro. So thanks, Akiro. I really did enjoy it. I mean, we could maybe talk a little bit about what characters we thought were unique or stood out a lot. Personally, I think the characters that I liked a lot, I would probably pick 2 characters, and those are Jujutsu Tech. What was it? Is it the Tokyo branch? I think the 2 characters that I really liked were Panda and Maki Zenin. I thought that they were really cool. I like Panda because the character design is just so unusual and interesting. If you read about him, which is obviously a spoiler, you would find out what the origin is. But yeah, and the reason I like Maki is because she is really strong and really vigilant, and she basically is a Jujutsu sorcerer without actually having any cursed energy, and she uses weapons instead. But I thought that was really cool, and it kind of gave a different look to what a Jujutsu sorcerer would be like. So those are the 2 characters that I really liked.
Cool.
Yeah, something I'd like to definitely add in terms of their characters and their development. The thing about this show is every character is strong. In terms of their development and how they're portrayed, their personalities, and they all have their uniqueness about them.
I agree.
Yeah, they
That's
have their own
definitely-
styles.
Yeah, that's definitely something that also boosts this show and this series in general, that every character is likable and you can definitely appreciate all of them.
You know, I think what is a big selling point of Jujutsu Kaisen is that it actually takes place in the modern day.
Yeah, I agree. That's
Mhm.
definitely something that's I found really cool as well.
So it's definitely more relatable to young people that are watching it now. And it kind of ties in all those supernatural aspects about curses to something that we can relate to in real life, aspects of fear, negative emotions. And it kind of, I guess it gets you to think. And it's really unique in that sense that it takes concepts that we grapple with in daily life and it exemplifies it into something, I guess, super normal, you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can wrap it up, guys, by talking a bit about maybe, I don't know, the soundtrack, what you think about the animation, what you think makes it different from maybe other anime, and what do you think about the future of Jujutsu Kaisen, how it would place in like mainstream anime amongst all of the best, the new ones, how does it place into generation? And the last thing you could do is basically talk about one main thing that you think would make someone want to watch it.
All right. Well, across time, where I feel it will rank definitely in the top 10 of all time. The way I see it going now, that's for me personally, but that's how I see it. But in general, another key point that I found very unique about the show is that every character's backstory or what drives them has this beautiful simplicity about it. Yet it's such a strong feeling and emotion and drive that is shown by the characters, even though what drives them is a very simple thing.
Mm.
That's another aspect I definitely appreciate about the show. As for my favorite scene, I definitely feel it's when Yuji's cursed energy manifests for the first time, and he has his own emotional scene about his weakness, and then he overcomes it and he rushes towards the cursed egg and punches him on the face. That part, man, that was so epic. Personally, for me, I mean, people rave on about Sukuna and all these other epic fights, but for me, that is definitely a hallmark for the show. And I guess from Jujutsu Kaisen, you can definitely learn a lot of life lessons and inner lessons that you can learn about yourself, your emotions, your thought process, and who you are as a person. Because the best thing this show does is represent people completely bare. Like there's nothing there to hide. It's all out there in the open for you to see. and you can definitely use this show as a mirror for yourself. And I think that's something that is truly amazing, and it sets Jujutsu Kaisen apart from a lot of animes, shonens, and the whole genre in general. So yeah, that's what I definitely say. And I gotta say, man, if you guys haven't seen Jujutsu Kaisen, take some time, watch it. It's a show you can definitely appreciate and love. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is awesome, man. It's a wonderful
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Wonderful
I
show.
agree. I definitely see it as being one of the top animes of all time. The main aspects I think that in this day and age that people would want to watch it is because the characters, the animation, and the fights. A
Yeah.
lot of people
Yeah.
nowadays are focused on that aspect of thing. The characters, like their stories and everything. Oh, I just love that. Especially the relationship
Yeah, man. Like,
characters.
I was gonna say, like, Jujutsu Kaisen is a type of anime. Is like, just say you haven't watched anything, you don't care about plot, you don't care about anything. The fight scenes are enough to want you to love it. Like, that's it. Like, there's a example where you see Kento or Kento Nanami. He's fighting Mahito, yeah? When he slices the air, you can legit hear the wind.
Hug moment.
Yeah,
Oh
it's very
yeah,
cold.
something else I gotta add as well that sets the show apart is the female cast. The female characters are strong, and
Yeah,
they're your
really.
typical female characters in shonen. Like they're really strong characters with their own drives and purposes. So yeah, they're very strong female cast, and that's another appreciation point for the show. There's no characters that are literally you can say that are weak in this area or that. They're all strong characters that you can definitely go behind and follow and appreciate. And the soundtracks, though they play in singular specific scenes, sometimes repeated, but not a lot. There's so many unique soundtracks, man, in this show, and it's so epic. The way it's composed, how it suits the scene, man, it just all fits so well.
Yeah, I worked out to the first opening for a while.
That's mad.
Well, what I would say, guys, is that what I love about Jujutsu Kaisen is that it's not afraid to be different. It's completely unique to anything I've ever seen in the shonen genre or mainstream viral anime in general. I think that it's a work that will essentially redefine the shonen genre and mainstream anime. And compared to other new shonen like My Hero Academia, Black Clover, I would basically say that it just sits in its own place. It's done something that shonen shows don't usually do. It's not afraid to be gory. It's got horror elements, and even the characters that are designed to be the villains, like the curses, they're just written so well that you can't help but like them as well, even though they're evil. Like one of the ones that I really like is Jogo, that volcano head curse guy. Like he may be a villain, but his dialogue is really good, and like his design is just so unique and interesting. So yeah, personally, what I would say is to anybody who wants to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, basically watch the first episode. You will thank us later. You'll basically be hooked. It sets up really well, and basically, yeah, it's a really good show. It's really solid on all parts. The soundtrack is amazing. You'll probably end up downloading all of the songs, to be honest. The ending and opening is really good. The ending actually is really quirky and cool as well. It's quite different. So yeah, I would say on a whole, Jujutsu Kaisen just does things so differently and in its own way as compared to other shows that you can't help but be drawn to it and attracted to it. So yeah, I guess those would be my finishing points. And if Rez, Akiro, Mahi, or Rai want to add anything else, you guys can, and then we can just wrap it up.
Yeah, soundtracks I definitely recommend. My personal favorites are Megumi's and Nobara's soundtracks oh man, they're epic. Also, as for the opening, it's definitely the first opening is very catchy and it sets the tone for the episode every time, and you don't want to skip it. It's an opening that I would not skip. I'd always watch the opening. And I guess the ending is all right. Definitely catchy. It's definitely different. But for me, definitely the opening is a special one that I definitely wouldn't skip. It's really, really cool and it sets the tone and the vibe for the whole experience. So, yeah, that's what I'd like to add on.
Also, I was gonna say 2 more things. This show is not scared to refer to other animes. Like they would say,
Yeah.
move
All of you laughs
from a different anime. Yeah, like they're not scared to do it. They don't censor it out, so that's what's
Yeah,
funny.
that is
And
epic,
they
man.
talk, and there's a scene where Gojo says, what does he say? What's up, my man, or whatever, yeah? He talks like he's from, like, it's modern day talking. It's like,
That's what's so cool about it.
so that's what's so cool about it. Also,
He's my
last
favorite.
thing,
My favorite.
We will keep rewatching Sukuna versus
we will keep rewatching Sukuna versus Fushiguro.
I've seen that fact like a million times.
I've seen that fight like a million times.
Speaking of rewatching, this is an anime you can just rewatch the episodes again and again for fun. Like, that's how good it is. And as for the dub, man, the dub is so epic and it definitely has its cool differences from the sub. Both are good. I've not personally watched sub, but I know it's good. But I'm watching it in dub. Man, the dub is so cool, man. It definitely is something else about the show that's great.
This season has 24 episodes, so once I've done one of those, I'm gonna go and watch dub most likely.
You should, man. Dub is sick. Dub is
Yeah,
mad.
I was gonna say like, you know, I think it's episode 1. You know when
Yuji.
you know when Yuji's
Yeah.
grandpa is in the hospital bed and he gives like a emotional speech to Yuji, telling him that I think he told him towards his life that no matter what happens in life, he should always protect his friends and loved ones.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, that's like one of the best emotional. That bit nearly got me emotional. So like, I couldn't handle it, but I somehow went through it, and I got there in the end. Wait, I think he died, right? I think, yeah, sadly.
Yeah, his granddad died.
Yeah, that was one of the most. That was like for me personally, that was like a emotional scene for me.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was in his spot. You get me, like as if I was in his shoes in that specific scene. Yeah.
Well, I would definitely say that Jujutsu Kaisen does capture emotion really well, captures comedy really well, action. It does everything really well. So to just finish off, guys, I guess sub or dub, what would you recommend to people? And then we can just close it off and say our goodbyes.
To be honest,
I'd say
you go first.
dub has a million times more emotion, but that could be that's for most of the world, to be honest. Apart from Japan, of course. But yeah, dub. I prefer dub personally.
Yeah, man. Dub has a lot more flair to it. It's a special dub, definitely. It's different. It ain't like other shows. I guess I'd say the One Punch Man dub was pretty good as well. But I say this dub takes it a step further. I say dub of its own, man. It's a special dub. You should definitely check it out in dub. If you watch in sub, that's great, but take time to watch in dub. It's an entirely different experience, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to say which one is better, dub or sub, because I've only watched sub, so yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be watching dub with the hype skating from you guys.
All I say is, viewers, watch it in dub, watch it in sub. Either way, just watch it. That's all I say.
Yeah, man, definitely. Watch this show. Jujutsu Kaisen, man, is something else. You guys watch it. Read the manga even. Like, just
No,
do it, man.
Yeah. Well, I would personally say go for dub because it makes it more appealing, I would say, to a Western audience. You don't have to read subtitles or anything, but the only drawback to watching dub is that there'll be less episodes out. Dub comes out at a slower rate. But yeah, I mean, if you want to enjoy it and kind of laugh along with the characters as well as feel the emotions, go for dub. If you're looking to watch a lot more episodes and the sub is actually pretty good for this one, go for the sub. All right, guys. Well, it's been a great episode of Inspired Talks. I love talking about Jujutsu Kaisen with you guys. I can tell how passionate everyone is about it. Thanks so much for joining us today, everyone. I had a great time.
Sure.
Same.
Thank you, Mike, for being a great host and taking us through it. Thank you so much, Mike.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone. It's been a great time.
Hope you all have a good day.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Peace
Bye,
out.
guys.